CBBC would like to state that no Brainees or insects were harmed in the making of this program, and that none of the training you're about to see be attempted unless under expert supervision.
8 Brainees, 1 challenge. To use complex mass of 100 billion cells we call brain for chance to win Brain-Jitsu black brain belt. This is Brain-Jitsu. Born in Lancashire, trained in Japan, with mind as sharp as samurai sword. He is Brain Master. He is the sensei.
Konnichiwa. And welcome to Brain-Jitsu. Mental training specially designed to boost brain power and focus. My trainees, or Brainees, have been following a basic programme of training in the comfort of their own home. A brain-boosting routine of exercise, sleep, and enough fruit and veg to stock a greengrocers.
I feel really prepared, I enjoyed the training and I'm looking forward to this.
I did the training quite a lot. I did it about twice a day and I find it quite easy.
The brain training was really easy, so Brain-Jitsu is going to be a doddle.
Now my Brainees must put their training into practice by testing a part of the brain we use every day.
Level 1. Yellow vault.
Take a look at this tin of Brain-Jitsu beans. Now, try to find it amongst all the other tins. Spotted it? Congratulations! You've just used your occipital lobes. This area, the seeing part of our brain, allows us to recognise and separate images from each other. The 7 Brainees who use their occipital lobes the best will be allowed to enter my Brain-Jitsu dojo, where their training will continue. The one who fails will be left outside. Oh, feel the burn.
Enter the dojo!
Brainees must answer 4 questions by counting the different coloured shapes on the board in front of them. Get them right and they'll be left with a 4-digit code, which they must then use to unlock a piece of brain and secure their place in the dojo. But with only 7 pieces of brain and 8 Brainees, one of either Ashley, Tamla, Cameron, Channon, Angelica, Wesley, Katie or Ellie will be left outside and eliminated. As the 4 questions are revealed, our Brainees are more excited than a sumo in a chocolate factory. How many black triangles are there? How many large green circles are there? How many orange shapes are there? How many blue shapes are there? The answer our Brainees are looking for is 2, 1, 4, 6. Lots of Brainees have got off their stools at the same time, but have any of them got the code right? With 1 Brainee to each piece of brain, Wesley is still working out the code, but alert Angelica has already got the right answer and claimed her place in the dojo. Don't forget the code our Brainees are looking for is 2146. As there are 2 black triangles, 1 large green circle, 4 orange shapes and 6 blue shapes. Shannon's so eager to have another crack at the code she's practically knocked her stool over. Shannon's wrong again, while Katie slots in the pink piece of brain to take 2nd place, with Ashley coming 3rd, and Cameron claims that 4th coveted space in the dojo. The key to this task is to stay calm and really focus on getting the answers right. Ellie and Wesley crack the code, leaving just Tamla and Channon to fight it out for the last piece of brain. That's it, Tamla's got it. Although the laundry basket seems to have swallowed her piece of brain. She's got it, so Tamla is in and Channon is out. So, as 7 enter the dojo for a chance to survive 6 more grueling levels of brain training, for Channon, the dream of the black brain belt has ended before it even started.
I did do my training at home, but it just didn't work out. I probably forgot it all. I think Angelica will have a good chance because she is quite determined and she's very fast.
With 6 levels to go, Angelica, Katie, Ashley, Cameron, Ellie, Wesley and Tamla have entered the dojo and achieved the first of their coloured brain belts.
I feel happy and I've got more confidence now that I've managed to get through the first round.
I'm definitely going to try not to come last again.
In the task I found it was challenging and I felt really nervous as well.
Brain-Jitsu!
In this next level of training, things are going to get really hard.
Level 2, orange belt.
We do things every day without even thinking, like eating with a knife and fork. Now, try swapping them over, and see how you get on. I prefer chopsticks, me. If you manage to do that, you're using part of your brain that deals with problem solving, the frontal lobes. And that's what level 2 is all about. Taking something you can only do without thinking and doing it differently. Work it! To prepare them for using their frontal lobes in the next challenge, my Brainees are gonna need some training.
Room of mental nourishment.
The room of mental nourishment is where our young hopefuls will train their brains to help them progress to the next levels of the dojo. The more seriously they take their training, the better chance they'll have in the challenges ahead. And in level 2, that challenge is all about getting their brains to think in a new way.
Brain training. Take it in turns to call out the action on your cards. Everyone has to do the opposite.
Look happy.
Look sad.
This training makes our Brainees work their frontal lobes, as they have to really think about something they would normally do without thinking at all.
Turn head right.
You messed up, Ellie.
No.
Ellie, first one out.
Rub stomach clockwise.
Why are you doing it? You're out.
Well, you can't blame a Brainee for wanting as much practice as possible. Training tip time.
Tip, don't rush. Pause for 2 seconds to think before you react.
Look sad.
If you want to work your frontal lobes at home, why not try this exercise with your mates? It's great fun and will help improve your focus.
Touch left shoulder.
Oh, you did it wrong.
Think about the tip, Katie.
Touch right ear.
You got it wrong. Angelica, you messed it up.
So, with 3 of the girls out, who do our Brainees think did the best?
Oh, that was the best because boys are the best. Sorry, girls.
Yeah, right.
I think the boys were so good at that because boys' brains are better.
You wish. I'm feeling a bit nervous now because I got out first. I marked it all up and I didn't really listen to the tip.
So, energetic Ellie says she didn't take the tip on board, but will she use it in the next challenge? Cousins Wesley and cool Cameron think the boys did better than the girls, but Tamla disagreed, even though she, Katie, Angelica and Ellie were all eliminated in the training. But who will be eliminated in the actual challenge? There's only one way to find out, as our 7 now put their frontal lobe training to the test. Guardian of the dojo and task adjudicator the Shihan will now demonstrate the level 2 challenge.
Confusing color challenge.
Brainees will take turn to stand in middle of confusing color challenge mat. Shihan then flip through 15 cards. On each card is name of color, ignoring actual word and focusing only on color that word is written in. Brainees must then jump with both feet onto matching circle. So, if see this, must jump on blue. Brainee will need to be on ball because Shihan will be turning over cards at fair old lick. Player with least number of correct color matches will be eliminated.
My Brainee tip for this task is to focus the mind on just one letter and not the whole word. What's important here is not the word, but the colour that it's written in.
The level 1 winner, Alert Angelica, takes to the mat, but she looks very nervous. Angelica was eliminated in the training, but she's doing very well here. No mistakes so far. Don't forget, our Brainees have to see the colour, not the word. So that's purple. That's yellow. Angelica must have taken the training tip on board because that was a good round. Now Katie. Katie was also eliminated in the training and she's making a few slip-ups here. That should have been blue. That was orange. And that was green. Katie must remember to think differently and see the colour, not the word. She's finished. Ashley's up next. The boys thought they did better than the girls in the training. Will Ashley be living proof? He's quite slow to get his bearings, but all correct so far. That should have been pink, and that blue. He's finished, but there are a few penalties there. Cool Cameron gets a near-perfect run. And then it's energetic Ellie's turn. Ellie was first to be eliminated in the training and she said she was nervous about this task, but she needn't have been because she's got full marks so far. Yellow, correct. And blue's right too. She must have taken the tip on board after all, because that's a perfect score. Wesley and Tamla both have their chance to dance. But as the gong sounds for the last time, which of our 7 Brainees are going home? Energetic Ellie came in first place with 15 matches. In joint second place with 14 matches are cousins Wesley and Cameron. In third place with 13 colour matches is Angelica. Tamla is in fourth place with 12 colour matches. But with just 11 matches, Katie and Ashley are joint fifth and have to battle it out in the...
Tie-break chopstick challenge.
It's tough but fair. Our Brainees have just 5 seconds to engage their occipital lobes, the seeing part of the brain, and quickly work out how many chopsticks they see. Time to reveal the Brainees' answers.
35.
80.
The actual number is... So, Katie's answer of 35 was furthest from the correct number of 68 chopsticks. So, Ashley's in and Katie is out.
Walk of eternal regret.
I think it went wrong because I read the word instead of the colour. I didn't know where the colour was, so I was just kind of stepping on any colour. I think that everyone's got the chance to get the black belt because they all did really well.
So with 5 levels to go, Angelica, Ashley, Cameron, Ellie, Wesley and Tamla have gained their orange brain belts.
I'm so pleased. I hope I could do this good in all the other challenges too.
When we had the tiebreak, I was really tense. Thought Kate might have beaten me.
I'm really confident, but I'm watching out for my cousin Cameron.
Brain-Jitsu. Brainy, not so brainy.
Who's the clever clogs and whose brain needs a lot more training? The Goggle Box, what an invention. And it's all down to this geezer from Bonnie, Scotland, Mr. John Logie Baird. John was too ill to fight in the First World War, so he spent 10 years tinkering with electronics until bingo!
Bingo!
He goes and discovers a way of sending pictures through thin air, and TV was born. Truly visionary. Oi, look, it's John Logie Baird again. Did you know that before he invented television, he faffed around trying to make diamonds by heating graphite? That's the stuff you get in pencils. So, did it work? Did it heck? He cut off Glasgow's power supply. Are you grit numpty? Brainy, John Logie Baird. Not so brainy, John Logie Baird.
Brain-Jitsu.
Pressure in Brain-Jitsu dojo rising. Now, just 6 young hopeful remain to compete under watchful eye of Shihan. Angelica, first to enter dojo, could be one to watch. Energetic Ellie, one last challenge.
I thought I got some wrong, but I did it all perfectly.
Tamla nearly went out in first round. Ashley.
I am really relieved that I've got through to the next round.
Cool Cameron, as laid back as they come. And cousin Wesley.
I'm really confident now, and nothing's going to stop me from getting that black belt.
Challenge is about to get even tougher. Only 2 Brainees will make final test. table of supreme focus, where must move ball with power of mind for chance to win Brain-Jitsu black brain belt. It's time for level 3. Result!
Now, we all like to chat, but did you know that using words to communicate is one of the main reasons why our brains have grown so incredibly powerful? And that having a conversation exercises both halves of the brain. Allow me to explain.
Think of it like a policeman guiding traffic. While the drivers are focused on their own individual journeys, the policeman, he has to control all the cars and where they're going. It's the same with the brain. There's the left half, which deals with the details, and there's the right half, which looks at the overall picture. This next level of training strengthens my Brainees' focus by working one half of their brain under pressure. Hey, pump it up!
Room of mental nourishment.
It's our second visit to the room of mental nourishment. Brainees have a choice as to whether they take part in the training or not. But any extra training they do will help them with the next challenge. And for level 3, it's all about communication.
Brain training. Each pin a body part onto the sumo wrestler. Another brainy must direct the blindfolded brainy using only 3 instructions.
So, energetic Ellie gives alert Angelica a spin before starting her instructions.
Take 1 step forward. Bring your arms slightly down and slightly to the right. Stick. Have a look.
This training works both halves of the brain. The guider is using the right side of their brain to give instructions, and the blindfolded brainee is using the left side to listen and interpret those instructions.
Terrible.
Not bad for a first try.
Whoa there, Tamla.
Take 1 step. No. Move your hand slightly to the right. Hand down a little bit. Stick.
That looks more like a moustache than hair.
That's rubbish.
Oh, hey, training tip time.
Tip. Use short, clear instructions. Imagine yourself hearing them.
A bit of a step forward. Yeah, that's it. 1 a bit step forward. Just a bit. Now stick it.
Ashley and Wes have made a good team.
Put your arms up. And stick.
And the cousins have done well too.
Turn it slightly to the right and stick.
But by the time our Brainees have each had a turn, the sumo's body parts are more out of place than a pizza in a sushi bar.
We made a good session for the boys. I think me and Ashley make a great team, and Cameron done good too.
No way, the girls were better.
Totally, definitely.
So once again, the boys felt they outshone the girls. Wesley thought he made a good team with Ashley and Cameron. But who'll use their new communication skills to win the green brain belt? Hey, let's find out.
Hands through number 2.
This level tests how well our Brainees can communicate, so our 6 need to be in teams of 2. The chopsticks will decide the pairs. So, there's Angelica and Tamla, Ashley and Ellie, and Wesley and Cameron, who thought they made a good team in the training.
Quickly as possible, teams must punch 6 buckets containing number that go to make sum. Pairs must decide who is guider, who is puncher. Puncher is blindfold and relying on guider to help find bucket. When all 6 bucket punched, Brainee stop clock by shouting Brain-Jitsu. Quicker they punch bucket, more time they have to pick up number and make sum. When Brainee happy with answer, hit gong. First 2 team to work out correct answer will get green belt and advance to next level. 1 Brainee from losing team will be eliminated.
The key to success here is for the guider to use the right side of their brain to follow their teammates' progress and give them clear instructions.
For their partner, it's vital they use the left side of their brain to focus on these instructions and nothing else.
Take 2 steps forward.
First to put their communication training to the test are Angelica and Tamla. Alert Angelica, not so alert. That pause was bigger than a sumo's waistline.
Punch.
And Tamla's punching is weaker than green tea. You need to punch well and listen well.
Harder, as hard as you can. Take 1 step to the right. Punch. Take 2 steps forward. Punch.
But now they're on a roll. Angelica's right talking side of her brain is working well, and her instructions are short and clear.
2 steps forward. Punch. Move back slightly. Punch. Brain-Jitsu!
They've finished, and with 1 minute and 28 seconds, it's a good effort.
Go. Take 1 step forward. Take 1 step to the left. Punch.
Cameron and Wesley made a great team in the training, and they're doing well so far.
Punch.
Cool Cameron and cousin Wesley are both very laid-back characters, but they need to have a bit more urgency, and remember, they're against the clock.
Left back a bit more. Punch.
They're struggling here. Cameron's instructions don't seem precise enough.
Left back a bit. Punch. Left a little bit. Punch. Brain-Jitsu.
They've finally finished with a time of 2 minutes and 12 seconds, but their teamwork definitely wasn't as strong as in the training.
Take 3 steps forward.
Ashley made a good pair with Wes in the training. Will he fare as well with energetic Ellie?
Punch.
That's the first one down.
Back. Left a little bit. Punch.
Ashley's instructions are clear and concise, and the listening left side of Ellie's brain is working well.
Punch. Right a little bit. Punch. Brain-Jitsu.
They're done, and with 1 minute 42 seconds, they're second to collect their numbers behind Angelica and Tamla. Here are the numbers our Brainees are looking for. See if you can work out the sum. All teams are back with their numbers, but who'll gong last? Cameron and Wesley were quite a way behind the others there. 8 times 5 divided by 2 equals 20. The answer is correct, but as the other teams have got their sums right and in a faster time, Cameron and Wesley must go face to face in the
Stare off.
With just 1 green belt up for grabs, both Brainees must use all their powers of focus to fight the urge to blink. The first to falter will be eliminated. Oh! It was so quick! Let's see it again. So, cool cousin Cameron is in and Wesley is out.
Walk of eternal regret.
I'm usually quite good at songs, so it was just the pressure that slowed us down. I don't think my cousin will be feeling that bad that I've lost, but he'll be feeling very happy, so then he doesn't have to face me anymore.
So with 4 levels left, it's green brain belts for Angelica, Ashley, Cameron, Ellie and Tamla.
The training really helped with the task because it helped us to listen to what people are saying to us and to make sure that the instructions are clear so people can understand them.
I'm feeling really, really shocked that I've got this far, and I just can't believe it.
When I was going against my cousin, I was really nervous and I thought I was going to lose.
Brain-Jitsu.
Level 4. Blue belt! This 4th level requires our Brainees to master a primitive part of the brain called the amygdala, the area that responds to threat. Remember the last time you felt afraid or panicky? Perhaps you're on a ghost train at a fairground. Well, that feeling was triggered by the old amygdala. Stress can make you lose focus, Fact. Which is why my Brainees must train to keep their emotions under control.
Room of mental nourishment.
We're back in the room of mental nourishment, and it's time for our 5 green belt holders to focus on overcoming their fear.
Brain training. Form a circle. Pass the disgusting drink around the circle, only passing it on when you have said a different word ending with the letter D. After 1 minute, the Brainie holding the drink has to drink it.
Today's disgusting drink, cod liver oil, my favourite.
I'll go first. Played. Jumped.
Made.
Dad. Bad.
Focus on the word and not the drink, Ashley.
Fought. Sweated. Guess.
The gong means a minute's up, and alert Angelica has to drink. Yuck. Training tip time.
Tip. Don't fear the drink. Welcome it as your friend.
Okay, I'll go first. Tried.
Smelled.
If you think of the drink as something nice like apple juice, you'll be able to focus on thinking of a word and not on how horrible it might taste. Now cool Cameron's at it.
Could.
Looked. Runned.
And Angelica, remember the tip.
Cried.
Pied.
The gong means another minute's up, and Tamla has to drink.
Go on, Tamla.
Oh, that's gross.
I absolutely hated it. It just tasted all slimy and nasty.
The drink stopped me thinking clearly, but I got there in the end.
I've always found the task harder than the training, and I found this hard, so I'm wondering how hard the task is going to be.
So, Angelica and Tamla had to drink, but will they be able to conquer their fears in the next challenge? Quite a few Brainees were guilty of pausing, so how will they fare with the creepy crawlies coming up? There's only one way to find out, as our 5 now put their training to the test to overcome their fear.
Creepy crawly word grab.
This level, real test of mind over matter for Brainees, and will push them to really overcome their fear. Underneath the creepy crawlies lie an assortment of letters worth different points. Brainees have just 1 minute to plunge hands into tank and pick out up to 7 letters each. They then have a further minute to make higher scoring word they can.
To do well, my Brainees must block out the signals coming from their amygdala and ignore the creepy crawlies. The quicker they combat their fear, the more time they'll have to pick out the high-scoring letters.
Brainees should dig deep, because underneath the cockroaches are an extra 5 golden letters. If they manage to use one in their word, they'll double their score. Alert Angelica had to drink in the training, and she really doesn't look like she wants to put her hand in with the bugs, but she's doing it anyway. In fact, all her Brainees are overriding their amygdala as well. Tamla drank in the training too, but she's smiling now. The minute's up. Our Brainees now have a further minute to make the highest scoring word they can from their letters. See if you can make a word out of the anagram that's on the screen now. So, how have our green belt holders fared?
Dad.
5 points for Angelica.
Ho.
A golden letter gets Ashley 8 points.
6.
Cameron scored with that one, 10 points.
Leg.
Ellie might need a leg up after that because with 4 points, her place in the dojo all hangs on Tamla's score.
Meats.
7 points, which means that Tamla is in, but energetic Ellie is out.
Walk of eternal regret.
The cockroaches, they smelled really yucky, and whenever I was trying to pick out a letter, they would crawl over it, so I'd have to wait till they move. I'm feeling really disappointed, and I wish I could have done better.
So with only 3 levels to go, Angelica, Ashley, Cameron and Tamla proudly wear their blue brain belts.
I'm very relieved that I got through because when Sheehan came round, I thought she was going to pick me, but luckily she didn't.
The training really helped me to overcome my fears because I didn't really want to drink the cod liver oil, but I just went for it.
Brain-Jitsu. Brainy, not so brainy.
Who's the clever clogs and whose brain needs a lot more training? Picture the scene, it's 1666, and this young chap, Isaac Newton, is catching 40 winks in his orchard, when wallop, an apple hits him right on the nut. But Isaac doesn't just yelp and rub the large bump on his curly head, he only goes and discovers the force that keeps our feet on the ground and the earth in orbit around the sun, namely gravity. Apple-tastic. Now take a look at this lot. Every year they try and fight against gravity as they hurl themselves off Bognor Pier. The rules are simple. Fly the furthest and win a cash prize. Come on, son, you can do it. Oh dear. Back to the old drawing board, I think. Brainy Isaac Newton. Not so brainy. Bird men of Bognor.
Brain-Jitsu.
Tension in Brain-Jitsu dojo is mounting, as now just 4 young hopeful remain to compete under watchful eye of Sheehan. Alert Angelica, first to enter dojo and strong contender for black. Cool Cameron.
I'm so happy to be through and be at the top of the table.
Tamla, flying under radar, but steadily making her way to finishing line. And team player Ashley.
I really enjoyed that round.
Only 2 Brainees will make final test, Table of Supreme Focus, where must move ball with power of mind. Brain-Jitsu Black Brain Belt is within their grasp. It's time for... Level 5, Red Belt!
If you're learning how to Morris dance, then you might be interested to know that your new hobby is doing wonders for your old grey matter. Exercising both the thinking part of the brain, the cerebrum, and the doing part, the cerebellum. You see, doing new things increases the flow of blood into your head, which keeps your brain cells topped up with the oxygen they need to perform at their best. So, in level 5, my Brainees are going to be challenged to learn new skills. Now, you can speed up how quickly the brain takes in new stuff. And this is what our Brainees are going to train for now.
The room of mental nourishment.
It's our Brainees' 4th visit to the room of mental nourishment, and for this brain training exercise, they're going to be really working their brains by learning something new.
Brain training. Spin the drumstick between your fingers for as long as possible. It's quite hard because one end's heavier than the other end, so it's harder to spin round.
I think it's quite hard because when you're spinning it, you go towards one end sometimes, and then you have to try and flip it back and go the other way.
All our Brainees seem to be struggling. This training flexes both the doing part and the thinking part of the brain, as our blue belt holders need mental concentration to master this new physical skill.
Who do you think's best at spinning the drumstick?
Definitely not me.
Well, I think I'm okay. I'm not great.
Same with me.
Same with me.
Same with me.
No one's really doing very well, so here's a training tip.
Tip. Be confident in yourself. Look in the mirror and tell yourself you can do it.
This is easy.
I'm going to win the black belt.
No, you won't.
A girl is definitely going to win this.
Because, I mean, girls have more brains than boys, obviously.
No, they're not.
A black belt suits me better.
Yeah, right.
The confidence boosting seems to be bringing out the rivalry in the group, even from team player Ashley. Boosting your confidence really can help if you're learning something new. If you stay positive and tell yourself you can do it, you're much more likely to succeed.
The black belt's going to suit me best and I'm going to win it. gonna be easy. I'm gonna win. And I look good in the black belt.
Did you drop your drumstick out of protest?
Definitely. I think it was good because it told us to look in the mirror and say things to ourselves to build up our confidence so that hopefully we'll be more confident for the next task.
I think the girls are going to win this because girls usually use their brains more than boys do.
You're useless. Girls are useless. Boys are better.
No, boys are definitely gonna win.
Yeah, right.
So, with 2 boys and 2 girls left, the war of the sexes has begun. The boys think they're gonna win, but the girls reckon they've got it in the bag. But who'll be eliminated in the next challenge? Only time will tell as our 4 now put their new skills training to the test and compete for their red brain belts.
Speedy Tricky Theory.
To win red belt, Brainee must use confidence training to help learn new skill. Racing against clock, they must steer car around obstacle course. But this Brain-Jitsu, so controls in reverse. To go right must steer left, and to go forward must steer backward. With time penalty lurking along course, Brainees will need to remember training, stay positive, and get hang of tricky controls as quickly as possible.
The tip for my Brainees in this next task is to remain calm and think positive thoughts. Giving in to frustration will only lessen their focus and slow them up.
As the whistle blows, alert Angelica makes a steady start round the course. Angelica is staying calm as she makes slow progress past the blocks. She's taken a steady approach as she masters this new skill. All our Brainees really took the confidence tip on board, and Angelica is doing well to stay positive and not get frustrated here. The ball slides into the goal, smoother than a greased up sumo on a water slide. But was it fast enough to get the red? Team player Ashley got his name after he excelled in the communication game. Can he do as well in this individual physical task? It's been a good run so far, but now he's having problems with the seesaw. He weaved in and out of that slalom easier than a samurai sword cutting through rice paper. A bonus goal for Ashley too. Can Cool Cameron do as well? Cameron's been steady and focused throughout his time in the dojo, and he's taken the same approach here. The training tip was to stay positive, and even though Cameron is struggling a bit with the blocks, he's totally calm and focused. Cameron's mental concentration means he has no problem mastering the reverse controls. He's soon finished, and it's back of the net with the bonus ball. In the training, Tamla said she was determined to beat the boys, but she seems to be stuck on the seesaw. And now the post. Tamla is laughing at her mistakes. It's good that she's staying positive, but she must focus more on mastering the reverse controls so that she can get the fastest time possible. With no bonus goal, was it enough to get her through? Time for the results. Angelica, 2 minutes 47 seconds, no penalties and minus 10 seconds for getting the bonus goal. 2:37 in total. With no penalties and the bonus goal, Ashley's total time is 1 minute and 57 seconds. A good run. Again, with no penalties and minus 10 seconds for getting the bonus goal, Cool Cameron's time is 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Angelica's place in the dojo all hangs on Tamla's score. 3 minutes, 10 seconds with no penalties, but no bonus goal either. So, Alert Angelica is in and Tamla is out.
Walk of eternal regret.
I did find the brain training useful, but I don't think that I took it on board, so that's probably why my results came out like that. I think Angelica's going to win because she's really confident and she listens really well to everything.
So with only 2 levels left, Angelica, Ashley and Cameron stand proud in red.
I'm feeling really happy that I'm through to the last 3, and I think I'm going to win it for the boys.
I think I'm going to be in the final, and Ashley.
I feel really determined because now there's only one girl, so I need to win this for the girls.
Brain-Jitsu.
Level 6, Roll bolt!
It's this level which will decide which 2 of my remaining Brainees will go on to battle it out
For the black belt.
Imagine you're about to kick a conversion in an important rugby match. As well as remembering your technique, there might be a strong wind blowing. Plus, there's a big crowd watching you. It's remembering stuff like this under pressure that level 6 is all about. It centres around 3 areas of the brain. The seeing part, the occipital lobes, the memory part, the temporal lobes, and the movement part, the cerebellum. To the max.
Room of mental nourishment.
With only 3 Brainees remaining, this penultimate brain training challenge is all about improving your memory.
Brain training. Memorise the sequence of objects.
So in this task, our 3 remaining red belt holders are exercising their occipital lobes, or seeing part of their brain, and their temporal lobes, the memory bank.
Who's going to go first?
I will. Chicken, bell, Eiffel Tower, crocodile, and plastic scissors. Oh, I suppose I've done okay though.
The snake, the orange sunglasses, the blue jar.
You did really well.
You were definitely better than me.
Jar, poison, giant scissors, monster hand. That's it.
I think Cameron done the best though.
I think Cameron as well.
So, Angelica and Ashley think Cameron was the best. Maybe the training tip will help them improve.
Tip. Create a story linking the objects together. The chicken hit the bell, and then the bell ran down the Eiffel Tower.
Memory tests like this are a great way of training your brain. Why not make a story out of your classmates' names and see if you can remember them all?
I'll try and remember my section then. The chicken, bell, Eiffel Tower, and frog on the toilet.
Orange sunglasses, flying hitter.
They may not be saying the story out loud, but they're all getting the objects spot on.
Mallet, snake, rat, monster hand, giant scissors, and poison.
I think we were all better this time because we could remember our story.
I thought Cameron was the best because he did it faster.
I'm not too sure who's going to win. I think it's down to luck.
Well, I think that I need to win this one for the girls.
I think I'm really confident. I think Cameron and me might go to the final.
Cool Cameron was the strongest in the training, and Ashley thinks he'll be facing Cameron in the final. Alert Angelica disagrees and wants to win it for the girls. But which 2 of our red belt holders will be fighting it out on the table of supreme focus? Hey, let's find out.
Super Memory Dizzy Dash.
Brainee is spin around on dizzy wheel, total of 10 times, while using all power of focus to memorize 5 images in front of them. Then must race against clock to cross balancing beam and collect 5 images they have not seen from the 10 hanging above them. then must arrange in alphabetical order. When Brainy happy with selection, hit the gong to stop clock.
My tip for the Brainees is to keep focused on the main objective and use their training to link the 5 images together.
So, our final 3 brave the wheel to compete for the brown brain belt and for a chance to triumph over the table of supreme focus. Time to spin. Will their training help our Brainees ignore the effects of the wheel and memorise the images? Don't forget they must collect the 5 images they have not seen. The order they're looking for is at the bottom of the screen now. First up, alert Angelica. Angelica really improved in the training after the tip, but as she made up a story with these images. Don't forget, not only are our Brainees under pressure as they race against the clock, but they also have to fight their dizziness to collect the 5 images they did not see on the wheel from the 10 hanging above them. So, these are the images they saw on the wheel, and these are the images they must collect. Then they have to arrange those images in alphabetical order. Every image they get wrong means a 5-second penalty. The Brainee with the slowest time will be eliminated from the dojo. She was quick, but it looks like the dizziness might have affected her focus. Now team player Ashley. In the training, Ashley said he thought it would be him facing Cameron on the table of supreme focus. Can he use his training to make that happen here? Don't forget, this challenge decides which 2 Brainees will go through to the final round, the table of supreme focus. He's fast with the order, and he's so excited to finish that he's knocked the gong over. And rightly so, because he's got a full house. Finally, cool Cameron. Cameron was strong in the training both before and after the tip, but as he made up a story to help him here.
Boat. Dog.
There was a boat with a dog on it, but the dog hurt his eye when he was giving the flower to the monkey. The end. 100% for Cameron, but was it fast enough to secure his place in the final? Time for the results. Angelica, 1 minute 19 and 2 penalties. That's 1:29 in total. Ashley, 1 minute 27 seconds with no penalties. There's only 2 seconds between Ashley and Angelica, but her place in the dojo all hangs on Cameron's score. 1 minute 10 seconds with no penalties, which means that Cool Cameron is in and Alert Angelica is out.
Walk of eternal regret.
The brain training was useful, but unfortunately I didn't use the tip. I didn't connect the pictures using the story, but I think I still done well. I think Cameron's going to win because he's been coming top for most of them.
So with only 1 level to go, it leaves just team player Ashley and Cool Cameron to wear the brown brain belts in preparation for the final.
If I win the black belt, it will really boost my confidence.
I didn't think I was going to get this far, but I have. Now I want to win it.
Brain-Jitsu. Brainy, not so brainy.
Who's the clever clogs and whose brain needs a lot more training? All the world's a stage and all the men and women merely players. Just one of the many great lines that came from the feathery pen of Mr. William Shakespeare. In total, he wrote nearly 40 plays and 154 poems called sonnets, and over 400 years later, we're still reading them. Pretty impressive stuff, Will. Your poor hand must have really ached after all that writing now. Ouch! About 100 years later, another writer, a French geezer called Jean-Baptiste Vivien de Chateaubriand, spent 40 years perfecting just 2 measly plays. And if that weren't bad enough, just as he's on the point of finishing them off, his housekeeper only goes and mistakes the manuscripts for wrapping paper and puts the kibosh on his life's work. Oh, gutty. Brainy Shakespeare. Not so brainy, Jean-Baptiste.
Brain-Jitsu!
8 young hopeful arrived at Brain Training Dojo to fight for Brain-Jitsu Black Brain Belt. As challenges got tougher, Brainees got fewer. Some too slow. Other just missed out. One by one, they have been eliminated until just 2 remain. Team player Ashley.
Now I want to win it for my school and me and my granddad.
And cool Cameron.
My family and my friends will be really proud.
But who will use brain training to the max to win final challenge? Level 7. Black Belt!
So, this is it. Between my 2 remaining Brainees and the Black Belt stands Brain-Jitsu's ultimate challenge. A mental duel that is head-to-head in every sense. The battlefield? A table. But not just any table. For this, my friends, is the table of supreme focus, where our 2 Brainees will attempt to move a ball across the table using only the power of their mind. By getting this far, they've already demonstrated mental control under many different types of pressure. But now, they must learn to focus their minds by entering a state of total calm. To prepare them, my 2 finalists will need to get into the zone.
Room of mental nourishment.
We welcome team player Ashley and cool Cameron to the final room of mental nourishment. For this task, our Brainees must bring together all their training to achieve ultimate focus.
Brain training. Mentally prepare yourself for the final task. Don't let the sounds put you off.
So, our 2 finalists have to block out the noises and focus only on finding their inner calm and concentration. Cameron seems focused, but it looks like Ashley is trying to distract him. I don't know. Training tip time.
Tip. Breathe in slowly throughout your nose. Feel the passage of the air. Count to 5. Breathe out slowly through your mouth. Counting to 5. Repeat.
Cool Cameron has now buried himself under the pillows to try and concentrate. But team player Ashley is still trying to get his opponent's attention.
I'm gonna fight until I win it.
Let's just see what happens.
Both Brainees took a very different approach to the training. Cameron hid under the pillow so he could find his focus. Ashley seemed distracted by his opponent's tactic. But who'll conquer the table of supreme focus and take the black belt? Let's find out.
Table of supreme focus.
Rules are simple. Each Brainee must push ball to the opponent's end of table using only power of mind. Sensors in Brainees' headbands measure brainwaves. This is converted into electrical signal, which moves ball. More focused mind, stronger signal, and faster ball will travel. See how Brainees are doing on this readout. 2 lines represent each player's brainwaves. Lower the line, more concentrated their mind.
To make sure this is the test of all tests, our Brainees must win the best of 3 rounds. So, this is the big one. Our 2 finalists must use all their brain training to enter their zone of absolute focus. This is the reason they came to the dojo. This is the moment they've been training for. The she-hand starts them off and the mind race is on. Cameron is first to move the ball. His black line is flat and low and shows his focused mind. Ashley's green line is higher and more wavy. His mind isn't really putting up a fight. The ball is hurtling towards Ashley's end. Oh, so it's round 1 to cool Cameron. Can team player Ashley find his focus in the second round to even the score? Cameron's first to move the ball again, but this time it's flying towards his opponent's end. Ashley's green brainwave line is high compared to Cameron's black. That's it, it's all over. Cool Cameron has used his training to the max to prove himself a true master of the mind and worthy winner of the black belt of Brain-Jitsu.
I'm feeling really great and it means a lot to me. I think it's really impressive because most of the tasks were really hard and I was able to complete them. I'm a happy man.
Glory for one brings disappointment for another. He fought valiantly, but now Ashley must leave the dojo.
Walk of eternal regret.
When I was doing the table of supreme focus, I was just relaxed and I tried to win. I'm feeling okay because that's all I really wanted, get to the final.
So, team player Ashley was beaten in the end, but it's a triumph for Cool Cameron. He's remained calm and collected through all 7 levels of intense brain training, and a perfect performance against Ashley in the final challenge shows that he is indeed worthy to wear the Brain-Jitsu black brain belt.
I'm feeling really happy and this is where the black belt belongs, on my head. The lesson that I've learned from this whole thing is to be more confident, because when you're doing the Brain-Jitsu, you have to be confident, otherwise you won't get it. If I could describe this whole experience in 3 words, it would be challenging, hard and brilliant.
Our journey has come to an end. Another Brainee has proven themselves worthy to wear the Brain-Jitsu black belt. But while Brain-Jitsu might represent the most extreme form of brain training, its philosophy can be shared by all. Each and every one of you has it in your power to grow your mind. All it takes is dedication and practice. This has been